Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 69 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. Hey Jaded.
Hi.
I made something really cool the last couple episodes, and I can't wait for you to check it out.
I suddenly teleported really far. No. Why? Huh? Why are there two computer things?
Because, yes, I built something new, and I'm controlling it with computers again. It's Tinker's Construct.
Oh, that smeltery thing.
Yes.
Cool. I'll just click on that.
Would you like some manilium? You're welcome to it.
Well, I don't really need any, no.
Alright, so click the button again.
That is cool.
Is that neat or what?
Flashing. Why is it flashing?
Because it's currently draining.
Ah.
I just have it on a 10-second delay for the drain. I debated whether I wanted to, use some kind of gate conditional to detect if it was done draining or something. I might implement that eventually, but for now it's good as is. Pretty spiffy,
This is
huh?
awesome. Yeah, really spiffy.
Yeah. So you click aluminum brass, and you'll get aluminum brass. And you can even pour it out, make yourself a blank cast, and then click it again to drain it again.
Do you happen to have a public tesseract for me to send you liquid metals?
I do not.
Good.
If you have any solid forms of metals, I will most assuredly take some extra cobalt and maybe a little bit of ardite, because I'm still waiting for my bees to produce that. I've got a
couple hundred.
Oh, cool. If you have it in ingot
back.
form, that would be best. If not, I can always break it down.
Oh, I've got it in ingot form.
Nice. Yeah,
You're
currently, there's one small bug I found with my system, and it usually comes into play when the system completely runs out of a material. What'll happen is the following. We are currently out of cobalt, for example. So if we come over here to the manilium factory, we're going to see that we are, in fact, out of cobalt, such that the cobalt ingots are not being exported into the system. And if the system doesn't have cobalt throughout the entire duration of the melting of the last bit of cobalt, what happens is it drains the tank and then it turns on the redstone signal because it's out of items and out of liquid.
What do you want these?
Ingots can go right into the AE system here. Oh, that's a lot. Thank you. Oh my, that's quite a lot.
Well, I have like 3,000 of each. I figured I'd bring you a couple stacks of...
Nice.
It's for the community!
I know, you're the best. So yeah, what happens is even though we have cobalt now, this is being kept offline because it's dark cable, and it's being kept offline because it's expecting items to be pumped out. So basically, now that we have a lot of surplus of cobalt and ardite, courtesy of Jaded, we should be in pretty good shape. But, you know, wanted you guys to be aware of that one little kink in the system. I'm sure there would be a way around it. I'll get around to figuring it out in a minute, but just toggle that red pipe signal thing, and it should be enough to make stuff happen. Let's try that again, just a little bit of a slower... There we go. That was enough to make the cobalt ingots go in. Cool. Now, occasionally that'll cause like a duplication of certain things. So you can see we doubled up our ardite. So just be a little careful with that and manually remove it. Because by toggling it like that, it pulls the ardite out. And then what happens is the, ardite gets refilled, but because this thing is still on, allowing things to go in, it's not doing what we designed it to do, long story short. But once that quick toggle occurs, you could also fix this with a quick lever flip here and there, like just flip on off and you'd be good. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, thank you, Jaded. That is a huge help.
There. That should be good, yes?
Oh, much good. And I'll do that here as well.
I put extra manilium in there too.
You are awesome.
My little bee slaves say you're welcome.
Oh yeah, look at that. Some extra manilium ingots. That's pretty cool.
I didn't have as many of those as I have of the others.
I also added it, guys, so that, remember, we have an overflow system set up where it dumps into chests below. So I ran through and added import buses to all the chests so that anytime there's an overflow of metal, it'll get pulled back into the AE system. So that's why we probably have a manulin thing in there. So if we take a look at this real quick, we'll see. Block of manulin. I'll even get like, I don't know, let's say 5 of them. That might be too much, but we'll see. Yeah, it's probably extra by 1. And remember, it's not a big deal if we manually add manulin to this thing, because what's going to happen is the ardite and the cobalt will combine, but because there'll still be items in here, it won't drain until everything has filled. Cool. So we'll let this thing melt down a little bit, and we'll have a nice surplus of manulin, because that's kind of the only thing that we're waiting on at this point. We're waiting for a little bit of extra ardite and cobalt, but Jaded brought us some, so that's cool. But our bees are happily producing a little bit for us. I could have always added more alvearies, but I think now we have plenty. And I think not that much of a use is going to be required. Like, I'd add more alvearies if I needed to, but right now I consider this build kind of done. One extra cool thing I added was a maintenance button. Because nothing makes me happier than these nifty little drawbridges for doors. And just in case you guys are unclear on how this works, it's simply that. And I'm using the computer craft to just emit a redstone signal. No big deal. Real quick look downstairs, and we'll see that just to keep things real simple, I have the cabling that goes over there, kind of different. Should probably make these guys something like that. Cable only, that's fine, as is. That just looks a little better, right? So we actually used redstone torches on the bottom. Otherwise, I would have had to inverse what I was outputting from the computer. No sense in that. So, you know, when the computer wants the door to be open, it emits a redstone signal, turning off the torches, and vice versa. Cool. I will get the code paste bin for you guys. I probably also didn't paste bin the portal code here. So one little detail is I made some changes to my button API, which I do like every time I use the program. So it's still not a good API. That's why I haven't like officially released it or anything, because every time I go to, you know, do something with the button API, I decide, hey, I want it to be able to do something that it can't currently do, so I add to it. And that's really not the best thing in the world to do. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to put this blank cast actually inside my AE system. Oh, thank you, Benny. Benny's walling up my area for me. So I think we have a pretty nice build here. Now, in today's episode, I'd like to add a few more things to this Nexus little area. I'd like to set it up so that Benny can come by and have access to some machines. Specifically, I'd like to get the assembly table going, which I haven't started yet. I haven't put a roof on this place. I guess I probably should. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And a couple other things I'd like to get working on. Maybe start on the liquids room. Now, I have a couple ideas for the liquids room I'd like to do something fancy with, but we'll see. I don't know. But for now, I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back, and I'm making industrial steam engines. Hopefully exactly 18 of them. Hooray! That worked out perfectly. So you can see here I've got a designation for my power room. Let's get this up and running. I've got my high pressure boiler. I've got everything ready to roll. Let's clear out what I designated as my original area. As a matter of fact, we'll make this a little bit easier. There we go. And I'm thinking this ought to do. Steam boilers are the best by far. Ta-da! Steam boiler. Alright, we're going to need water. I should probably make a designated aqueous accumulator for this. Oh, did I have one in there? I did. Nice. No water buckets, though. have an idea. I have yet to build a maintenance hatch to get underground, but that's something we'll work on soon. Okay. Oh. There we go. No idea where my steam boiler is related to this. There it is. So we're going to need some liquid ducts. Oh, need more of them. And I'm probably going to power this with my fuel that I've got excess of back in my main base. Probably just do this way. There we go. Now let's see what I've got going on back home. Now the purpose of the steam boiler, of course, is just to power the Nexus. It's not going to be a public energy net yet. Maybe one of these days I'll get that going, but for now, just power the Nexus. That's all I need it to do. Now, do I have oil on some kind of tesseract frequency? Or fuel, that is. I probably look like I do not. Oh wait, yeah I do. It's an ender tank. I see it over there. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Okay, I can handle that. Do I have any by hand? Nope. Somebody recommended that I put ender tanks in my AE system. They were very smart. I should. What I should also do is craft them with yellow wool, so they always start out with yellow on the top. There it goes. I love watching the liquids drain out and refill inside the ender tank. That's awesome. Let's just put this guy right here. And then when we're ready to drain him... So we're building up water. That's good. Probably going to want steam. Might need a few more liquid ducts. The real question then becomes, how do we want to run our steam if we're going to have engines here? Now, what I could do is have the engines underground. Then it would look really nice up here. That might be what I decide to do. In fact, let me change this up. Because if it's going to... My problem is, we're going to have to drill holes in the walls, and it just won't look as nice. So having the steam boiler up top... where, you know, I want to be able to check the heat level, I want to be able to check the fuel and the water level, but maybe we just want to have the engines down underground. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. Alright, so if we did that, what we'd want to do then is the following. That might be a problem for me. Because these are slightly smaller than an actual block. Alright, hang on a second, guys. Alright, we're back, guys. I've got my steam boiler here all set up. If I bump it back a little bit into the wall. It's not quite as apparent that it's not fully block sized, so this works kind of. Let's just set up something like this. There we go. That'll look nice. And then we can get these guys going. Now this is not going to want to connect to there. That's what I don't think I want to have happen. So let's do this. Oh, there goes that thing. And then maybe just run this down the side here. That ought to be good. And then we can decide how we want to set up our steam engines down here.
Poor Benny.
Poor Benny. We're not going to discuss Benny on Dire's chat.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were recording.
Yes. Benny made an unfortunate pattern on his floor. We'll just leave it at that.
That's not looking better.
Actually, it's 3 times worse.
Guys, I'm not showing it.
Don't worry, I screenshotted that one too, Benny.
You guys are killing me.
Remind me never to invite Jade over when I'm playing with woodworker patterns.
Oh, come on. I haven't, like, laughed in quite some time. It's nice to be able to laugh.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm staying out of this one. Still recording. Still recording.
What are you laughing at this time, miss?
Is what he just said.
This'll work. And then
He's building a statue of himself.
we could probably have these connect here like this, and then power go up here.
I ran out of creosote oil on that thing. Does anyone have any creosote oil they're not going to use?
I should have a ton at my base. You're welcome to it.
Are you sure you don't want it?
Yeah. I have like a 5x5x6 iron tank full. Wow, I had exactly enough. That's awesome. Now I'm obviously going to have to change this up a little bit, guys, because, well, I want to get dire frequency 1, and these are liquid tesseracts, right? So what I really want to have is get rid of the dire frequency so that I'm no longer powering this with my main base's power, and then I'm just going to rerun this cabling straight over there, I think.
At this point, Penny, you should just rip it up because it's just getting worse.
I'm staying out of this conversation.
Oh god, now I have to see.
Alright, I'm going to make a little bit more redstone energy conduits, and then we'll be right back. Yes,
I put the links
Thank
in,
you, Benny.
in IRC, Miss, because he's already...
Alright guys, we're back. So I think at this point we're ready to hook this stuff up. So I've got my redstone running over that way. We can get this thing going here. Benny's testing his word worker blocks. He's having a lot of fun with them. Is there a lot of net lag caused by those, or not really? Nice. They're really cool looking. Lots of different really good designs you can come up with. Awesome stuff. This looks good. Nice bank of engines here. If only indeed. Yeah, I'm not creative enough to come up with cool patterns and designs. Those blocks are totally beyond my capabilities.
Oh my god, I'm so happy I made magic capsules. So handy.
Yeah. Why is that? What do you store in your magic capsules?
The magic capsules, they don't work in the liquid transposer. Is that on TE side or your side, miss?
I would have to register them myself. I mean, they used to when he was just pilfering the ore dictionary, or the liquid dictionary for it, but I guess they stopped working.
Like, I've put all of my oil into those, and I can't get them out now except by standing there and right-clicking with them on tanks.
Well, you can put them in through a squeezer. I mean, not ideal, but it works.
Alright, once that thing heats up to full power, guys, I'm going to disconnect the lifeline to my main base, which will mean we'll stop powering the Nexus with our main base, and the Nexus will be self-sufficient on power. The only thing my main base will be supplying then will be the fuel for the Nexus, which, as we can see, is not that big a deal. Because I have lots of the stuff. Why does this line run all the way over? Oh, that's why. It runs over to there. Okay. Cool. Fair enough. Yep. Fuel's running again. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. I want to wait for this boiler to power itself up. And we're back, guys. And I'm just hooking up one more system down here. The main deal is the following. Let's split these two. I'm pretty sure this will be intelligent about the way it splits its energy. That probably is going to cut power to that thing, but that's okay, because that's only temporary.
Oh, Minnie.
That should do. So this thing should do that just fine, and we're going to bump this up to 100 Minecraft joules per tick so that it can output as much as necessary. So this guy will be dedicated to powering this thing, and this guy will be dedicated to powering everything else, and that should be fine. Good, it is. Alright, because the reason is that we are generating 144 Minecraft joules per tick over here, and this guy can only accept 100. So we're wasting about a third of our engines if we don't have 2 redstone energy cells at least getting the power. Now, obviously there's energy being wasted anyway because these things aren't being drained as quickly as they can be, but that's fine. That's how Buildcraft energy is supposed to work. It's supposed to be wasted. It's not supposed to be 100% efficient. How's my solar array going? It was weird. By the way, guys, I had something weird happen with my medium voltage solar array. I had to break it and replace it to get it to work. Oh, you know what I need to do?
Oh,
I need to set up an assembly table.
I was trying to get something working. Of course, I've been slowly deconstructing my base, and I couldn't figure out why my AA system wasn't importing into my induction smelters correctly because they were still turned on. And so I dug up my entire floor and everything only to figure out that I'd accidentally turned off the dark cable at the top of the system.
Oops.
Well, I even picked up the induction smelters and put them back down and reran all the cabling and everything, and yeah. 3 hours later, I flipped a lever and it was like, oh.
Now it works.
Suddenly, it worked great. I know. I'm a doofus.
Derps happen.
It's happened to me once or twice. Or many, many times, depending on how you count.
I usually count 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, that was way too many.
Oh, okay, so 1 too many.
More or less.
Works for me. Wow, did I really burn out of redstone conduits again? Am I cooking up more already? Probably not. Ah yes, I'm cooking more glass at home, but I don't think I have any here. we go. Hardened glass. $32 and a stack of redstone will do. That's kind of my thing. I make 32 of this stuff at a time, and then a stack of redstone is enough to melt down, because it's 2 redstone per energy conduit. So I will be back in a moment. Alright, that's good enough for now. As long as I'm not in the way of my maintenance area. I don't want that to be the case. Nope, that's going to be fine. There we go. Now I should be able to make stuff. Let's grab some... I thought I had some cobblestone structure pipes. Really? I don't have any? Did I use them all? Just want to test this, guys, to make sure everything's working properly. Something simple and easy. There we go. Facades. Nice. How many lasers do you think would be a good number to have in the workshop?
144.
Seems like a very large number.
It's only 12 by 12.
Seems like a really large number that causes lag.
I wish I had a better answer for you that I could know how much would be effective while at the same time would not be lag inducing.
Oh, come on, it's
But I don't know
Forgecraft.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it like made so we can fix lag or something?
Whoa, I ran out of diamonds. That was quick. Be right back. Alright, decided against any more lasers for now just because I'm low on diamonds. But because I'm low on diamonds, I should go kick off my mining wells.
You want diamonds?
No, I'm good. I'm just going to kick off my stuff.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I haven't been out to Digger in a while anyway, so figure I'll check on my mining turtle thingies. They should be right around here-ish. Ah, one of them got stuck on something. Probably ran out of fuel in the chest. Yes, more coal required. And we're back. Just getting my mining wells running again. Good. And I think we have, unfortunately, hit about the wrapping up point for the episode. So, let's recap what we've done. I am pretty excited about the workshop. It's coming along nicely. What do you guys think?
I think it looks pretty cool.
So far, so good, right? Like, I'm doing a really large effort towards making things look neat and tidy. So I think it's coming along nicely as a result of it. Hopefully there's not too much noise. Yeah, you can barely hear the steam engines inside the portal room, but if you go into the power room, you definitely hear them. That's fine. We've got a nice set of, I think, all the machines. If you guys note any machines from any mods that are missing, let me know. You know what I do need to get? I need to get Benny's machines up here. I don't have yours, Benny. And I'm really excited about this system. I think it worked out great. See, we get Ardite, and then when we don't want Ardite anymore, we'll even let it fit all the way. Because I want to show you guys, completely filled up ender tank, full of Ardite. So cool. And then when we don't want it anymore, we dump it out. And I have the lights blinking every time, you know, the thing is done. I will go ahead and paste in the code for you guys. Why don't I do that now real quick before I forget, because I think I already forgot from earlier. So this should empty completely, and then the light should stop blinking. The drain button, by the way, is like an emergency drain. Like right now it just goes on, and if it's already on, it starts draining if you click the button again. Drain is really just for emergency purposes. So like for whatever reason, cobalt gets stuck in the ender tank and we can't get it out, that's what the drain button's for. It issues a drain command on the cobalt side of things. So that's what that does. All right, let me paste bin the code from the 2 programs we've got here today. You're going to need these 2 paste bins right here on the screen for the portal. And if you want the turtles that do the portal stuff, you'll need that. And you'll be able to look at the code and see it. Maybe I'll do one of those how the code works videos that, you know, those of you who are really interested in the computer craft code can check out. Now, hopefully we're not hitting our paste bin limit, but maybe we are. Hopefully I'll be able to pull this off. You're going to need this button API for this metals because I made a little bit of a change to it. So get this button again for if you want to use the metals program. And hooray, we didn't hit the limit. So there you go. Now you have access to the metals program, which basically does what's happening here. Oh, I didn't set you to startup. There we go. That would have helped. Alright guys, so for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Really hope you enjoyed this build because I had a lot of fun making it. Lots of cool stuff. You can see we haven't completely filled the manilium yet, but we're still working on it. Some cobalt and ardite getting cooked up 2 at a time. I could bump that up to 8 at a time, but I'll leave it at 2. I mean 4 each, right? But you get the point. But yeah, otherwise, everything's working great. Alright guys, take it easy.